It's time to lighten the load on your heart. Today, I want to talk about weight, and not the obvious kind, the kind you don't name out loud, the stuff you hold on to and carry like it's protection, but really, it's just old pain dressed in a trench coat. Like, we pack our hearts full of rules, vows made in moments of heartbreak, declarations we swore would keep us safe. Like, for example, I'll never date a man like that again. I don't mess with women like that. I'll never date a Capricorn. I'll never date a guy with bald head. um, I'll never um, date outside my race. Whatever it is. And listen, I get it. I've been guilty of it. Because something hurt me, right? Something broke me in a way that I just didn't expect. So I personally built a wall and called it wisdom. And listen, here's the quiet truth. Every time you carry that story forward, you're not just avoiding pain. You're blocking possibility, right? And eventually, the heart gets tired. Your heart wasn't designed to be a storage unit, right? It's not meant to hold grudges, resentment, unfinished conversations, or identities you created in survival mode. When you keep replaying what someone did to you, you keep reliving it. And your body doesn't know the difference between memory and now. So you walk into new rooms already armored and guarded, already suspicious, already bracing. And then you wonder why love and matters of the heart feel so heavy, why dating feels exhausting, why connection feels like work. It's because you're carrying ghosts into rooms that were meant for the living. That was good, right? We tend to confuse boundaries with bans. Boundaries say, hey, I know what I need. Bans, BANS, and I'm not talking about bands that make a dance, but bans say, I'm afraid of feeling that again. And there's a difference, right? Like, not every man with the same zodiac sign has the same heart. And not every woman with a similar personality will wound you the same way. Now, don't get me wrong. Patterns exist. Absolutely. Yes. Right? And it's on you to have that discernment. But so does growth. So does healing. So does evolution. Sometimes what broke you wasn't necessarily the type. Maybe it was the timing, right? The version of you that didn't know how to speak up yet. The version of them that hadn't done their work. When you swear off an entire category of people, you're usually trying to protect a version of you that no longer exists, right? And that heaviness, that load shows up quietly. It shows up as sarcasm, as jokes about never again, as eye rolls when someone good approaches you, right? It shows up as hyper independence, as needing control, right? As leaving before you can be left. And you call it standards. But sometimes it's just fear wearing really nice shoes. Your heart knows when it's overloaded. It tightens, it guards, and it stops expanding. And you know what that means? Love can't land where there's no room. Now, lightening the load doesn't mean forgetting. Okay, now, I'm not saying, kumbaya. But letting go doesn't mean you excuse what happened. It doesn't mean you pretend it didn't hurt. It doesn't mean you lower your standards or invite that type of chaos back in. It means you stop letting old pain make decisions for your future. It means you say, you know what? That experience taught me something, but it doesn't get to run my life. You honor the lesson without dragging the wound. Okay? So make room for the love you say you want. If you say you want love, but your heart is packed with resentment, mistrust, and old narratives and stories, where exactly is love supposed to sit? Where is there room? You don't need to chase love. You need to create space, right? And space looks like curiosity instead of assumptions, discernment instead of just flat out blanket rejection, presence instead of projection. Excuse me. Love does not need perfection, it needs availability, right? And I'm hoping that, you know, these next series of videos creates that conversation, right? Like this first initial conversation is the doorway. Because the love I want to talk about next isn't fantasy. It's not savior love. It's grounded love, accountable love, and love that shows up differently when you stop carrying everything that hurt you, right? So, before I end this video, I want to share that I'll be releasing a new album on February 13th. And ladies, before y'all come for me, I'm just going to let y'all know that this album is for the fellas, right? The fellas who typically are the ones who've been taught to hold everything in their chest and call it strength, right? And the album isn't about blaming. It's more about release, about breathing again. And, you know, about putting some of the weight down. Okay? I just had to throw that in there. But before you move forward, before you date again, before you say, I want love one more time, ask yourself, what am I still carrying that doesn't belong in my future? And are you ready to finally let it go? Not loudly, not dramatically, just honestly. Okay? It's okay to let it go. Lighten the load on your heart. As always, you got this. We got this. Until next time, I love you all. Peace.